Hunter Douglas. Hunter Douglas continues to perform well, despite supply chain, inflation, and other challenges. Based in the Netherlands, with North American headquarters in Pearl River, New York, Hunter Douglas is the world market leader in custom window coverings and a major manufacturer of architectural products. It's made up of 134 companies, with 47 manufacturing and 87 assembly and marketing operations in more than 100 countries, and stands out by creating innovative product designs that fuse form with function to meet the evolving needs of the marketplace. Piscatelli, who's been with the company since 2014, he was previously SVP and CFO at Timex Group, identifies opportunities and drives results through collaboration, accountability, and cross-functional process improvement. Alternative solutions for disruptive times. When the COVID-19 pandemic upended the global landscape in March 2020, Piscatelli, along with the entire executive team, was confronted with multiple challenges, including supply chain disruptions, economic upheaval, and the pressing need to find a way to maintain production while ensuring the safety of employees. Right at the start, we had to find answers for two pressing concerns, he recalls. Many of our retail customers are small independent businesses, so it was critical for us to maintain safety for our associates, along with continuity of supply for these customers who would have faced significant burdens if we were not able to continue. While North America is his scope of responsibility, Piscatelli's first thought was to look to Asian operations for initial guidance, since that region had previously coped with flu outbreaks and pandemics, including COVID. Even before the CDC guidelines emerged, we were focused on getting face coverings, gloves, and other protective gear for our manufacturing and office personnel, he says. We spoke with medical professionals, lined up cleaning companies, reorganized our cafeterias, and installed partitions to limit interpersonal contact. Then, when there was a shortage of masks, we redeployed some of our buyers to scout out PPE sources and repurposed some of our plants so we could make our own masks. As we ramped up our supply, we also donated PPE to local communities. It was the right thing to do. As the COVID-19 virus swept across the globe, Hunter Douglas saw its sales suffer, at least initially. Most of our products are custom-made, but because of health concerns, people weren't letting outsiders into their homes to take measurements, he recalls. North American sales abruptly stalled in April, and we had to quickly revise our market and sales analyses. At the same time, we were outfitting our finance and other teams with remote PCs and getting IT involved in setting up the right protocols so everyone could work remotely. By the third quarter of 2020, many people had relocated to suburbs and other areas that were perceived to have less COVID exposure, and they wanted to decorate their new digs, Piscatelli explains. Demand quickly grew, and with raw material and labor constraints, we had to quickly adapt and apply creativity and pragmatic thinking to try and keep up. Diversifying the supply chain can be tricky for any manufacturer, but even more so for a specialized business like Hunter Douglas, where most of its manufacturing and fabrication operations are based on custom orders. Supply chain changes. We require a flexible, robust supply base because of our business model, he explains. When you're a custom manufacturer with millions of potential combinations, you can't maintain a just-in-time inventory approach. Traditional demand forecasts can only take you so far. The company's supply chain partners are mainly in North America, but we collaborate on a global basis with HD partners, he adds. We were fortunate to have previously made some changes to expand our supply chain, identify new vendors, and improve our systems and processes for tracking and managing inventory more centrally. Piscatelli also helped to create a supply chain group, ensuring that inventory levels were appropriately maintained, balancing production times with inventory costs, and optimizing procurement strategies. Piscatelli believes that these and other steps will enable Hunter Douglas to maintain and likely even increase its market share as the economy continues to emerge from the pandemic. But beefed-up demand could have an unwelcome side effect: inflationary pressure. We have seen inflationary cost increases and expect this will continue for the near term, but then level off once COVID becomes less of an issue and demand begins to gradually soften, he notes. Supply arrangements and strong relationships with our vendors allow us to work collaboratively to minimize cost increases, but in a highly inflationary environment, it is just not possible to hold your costs flat. We are also always looking for opportunities to maximize operating efficiency, to minimize the price increase we need to pass on to our customers. Based on the track record of Piscatelli and Hunter Douglas, it's safe to say that they'll be keeping close watch over these and other situations, and will continue to develop measured, agile responses. Gary Piscatelli, CFO and Senior Vice President of Hunter Douglas North America, is all about continuous improvement, or as he once put it in an Audible.com podcast interview, it's about getting better at delivering on your strategic objectives.